go, let's go, let's go. Where's my music at? There we go. What's good? What's good? Hey Evan, how you doing? How are you? How are you? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's happening today? Not gonna lie, I've been in and out the markets already today. In and out. I like to be in and out the markets. Happy new Pitfall month. Yes. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Let's speak it to existence. Let's have a great May. Let's have an amazing May. An amazing summer. I love summer. They say the markets slow down a bit in summer, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the way the world is going, the economics are very eventful at the moment. Benny, what's good? What's good? Rosie, what's up? What's up? What's up? I have been in. It's really slow today. Yeah, I caught some gold sells at 45.90. I want to say 45.90. Let me just check. Where was I? I don't even remember. So bad. I do and I don't. 45. Yeah, 45.90. I got in. 45.90 down to 45.62. All right, let's do a quick analysis again. Let's start from the top. So I cleared my chart. Going back to the old days, this is what I used to do when I started. I'd have a whole analysis, but then, you know, obviously I started with London session, so I'll just jump on the stream, do the top-down analysis into the end of the day. Yeah. But then we voted for NY session, so here we are. Okay. So, starting with the daily. In fact, going back to yesterday and how the month closed. So we closed with a very weak candle body. Someone tell gold to form a new low, please. I know, right? I don't know if gold... I'm in two minds about where gold's going. I am. I think since we had this engulfing in March, we didn't really drive down much. Haroon, what's good? I was expecting April to push down a little bit more, but we had a very weak monthly candle. Weak, bearish monthly candle on gold. To me, that doesn't really signal more sells. It doesn't really signal like a very bearish gold. And we closed with kind of indecision. So I'm obviously overall I'm still bullish on gold until we break that 4,300 level. But I can imagine if we hold this monthly low that we push back up, to be fair, like we continue bullish. I'm not too worried about the weekly candle. Hold on, this music seems very loud. Okay, so the daily, obviously we engulfed Wednesday's candle, haven't broken a daily high, and now we still have this bearish structure on the 4 hour. So my TP today was this 4 hour support right here, 45.62, which seems to be holding. I was considering buys from there. That's what I had in my daily analysis, potential buys from right here if this support holds. That's my thought process for gold there. Just drawing some 4-hour levels. Gotta love our 4-hour levels. I like to draw the levels that have the most touches where possible. So that's why I missed this one. Drew this one up here. In fact, it pretty much goes all the way across, doesn't it? Yeah, so I mean, I can imagine gold pushing up from here. Harun, are you done for the day, or are you still looking for more trades? What's the plan? What's the plan? What's the plan? But yeah, 4-hour, we're potentially holding at this support, and then the 30-minute now. So we quite bearish structure wise. I want to see what gold does now. What I'm doing? Low time frame support here. Low time frame support here. Yeah. So now we wait. If gold is going to continue down, I don't mind this little pullback and then wait for a resistance and then sell back down. That would be like, if I'm looking for sells, might have to wait for the next 4-hour candle. Still looking for something. Cool. Let's try to find you something today then. What are your thoughts on GJ? Rosie, what up? Let's see. Now, pound yen, I did get a very interesting message from Alpha, from Rich Raf yesterday. And he was talking about UJ. We were talking about UJ and how this 160 level is, if you go back in time, every time UJ comes into this 160 area, we get Japanese yen intervention and we get some sells. We get months of sells. I mean, looking at it, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Look, we pushed into the 160 here, little pullback, and we had 1, 2, 3 months of sells after that. That was in 2004, 2005. Well, we didn't quite get up there, but yeah, now we're here again, hitting to that 160, and they're talking about yen intervention. So it's every time it makes a high, USD gets too strong, we get yen intervention, and then we get some Japanese strength. If that's the case, we may start to see a pound yen pullback. Now, looking at GJ, when you zoom out, you know, last time we got into this 215 area, we had months worth of sells, but that goes all the way back to 2008. It's quite far back. Now, it doesn't look to me like GJ has levels like, you know, 160 with UJ where we had the pullbacks. Then obviously all of this stuff was, wait, when was Brexit? Brexit wasn't 2008, was it? Was it that long ago? No, it can't have been. It was like 10 years ago, 10 or something years. That was around here. BioLens, what's up? That was, yeah, Brexit was around here where we had the sell off, the yen strength, and the pound got weaker. So it's slightly different, but yeah, if we do get some yen strength, then we might see a bit of a pullback on GJ. But I mean, the trend is still intact as long as we stay above maybe like 189-ish. Where do we get a push up from? Maybe 198, but we could get a pullback. So pound yen, I'm looking for sells probably below, like deeper sells below 210, about 210-ish. Yeah, looking further and further down. That's good, that's good. Glad to hear it. How's your day been so far? I hope it's been a profitable morning, afternoon so far. So yeah, that's what I think about GJ. I'm just looking at where it's going. If it starts pushing up and breaking highs, then obviously I look for some buys. But this was quite a big sell-off on that yen intervention news, and I don't know if we retrace this whole move. In fact, how long is this retracement? Oh wow, look, literally 50%. 50% retracement. Yeah, GJ might still come down, to be fair. GJ might still actually come down. Now Goldie, thank you. I wasn't sure, to be honest. Yeah, it's, you know, I always have a if this then that happens, especially for my bias. I think you need to have an overall idea. You have an overall idea based on the trend, but then if the trend breaks, you need to know where those levels are for a break of structure or a change of structure. I think that's the most important part of daily analysis. What's the trend and where are we in the trend? And then where does the trend change or continue? So yeah, I pretty much know my levels. I think I said it even yesterday. If 210 breaks, I'm looking for deeper sells on GJ based on the daily time frame. You diggy dig. But gold, where we going, gold? Where you taking me? Where are you taking me? Let's look. Asian range. But we might be heading back up. Interesting. Now, if we don't break yesterday's low, and we flip bullish and break yesterday's high, I think we're heading back up. Honestly, I do. This could be a higher, well, I don't know if it's a higher low and we make all-time highs, but I think this is a decent low point because we came back and retested the old low, the previous higher low, closed above. So I think this might be, you know, like the new higher low potentially. What, first day of the month? First day of the month. And it's a Friday too. And it's a Friday. Gold looks like it's coming up. So let me see what the other 4 hours looking like over here. Looks like a break and retest. That could break and retest. Still don't really have much of a bottom wick on this 4 hour candle. Split the screen. Let's split it. I do actually like my other one because it's tap this, resist this support perfectly. Nice retracement. Anyone catch any trades today though? Any trades this morning? I took again 45.90. It was about, yeah, it was like here. This was my trade today. 45.90. It was like 45.90 and change. But I saw this continuation pattern. I was expecting a bit of a pullback because the 7 o'clock candle closed with no bottom wick. So I was anticipating the next candle wasn't going to close below, which literally happened. Then I got in, I had about 100 pip stop actually. I think I rounded it off. 100 pip stop, and I got out at 160, like just above 162. I don't know the exact number, but I was looking at I was literally looking at playing the sells down to the 4-hour support. Yeah, it was nice little move this morning, you know. No complaints from me. No complaints. Little 200 pipper start the month. Nice, real nice. Best way to start the month. Wasn't nice for me. Oh no, Evan, what happened? How was last month? Last month was decent, you know. I had some slow days, but my big days are what really carry me. That's what really carries me, to be honest. Like, when did I catch a really nice move? I caught a really nice move that was like 900 pips, 900, 800 pips. I'd have to go back to my journal and check, or even in the Discord I normally put, like, if I have a big move. Let me check it now. Let's have a look. When was it? The point two total. Been that long ago? Was it that long? Definitely last month. Don't know if I put it in the right chat. I tried to put things in the right chat so I can have like a reference point. Ah, here we go. It's on the 23rd. The 23rd. Gold was selling and then pulling back up. Yeah, it was right here. This is what I caught, about 900 pips. So I took 3 entries here and then another one at 4700. And my TP, I had a TP of 4680, but I closed before because I remember Asian session did this. So I was like, I'm not going to hold to full TP, which was like a support. Yeah, look, down here, around here, 4680, and then pushed up. Yeah, it was mad. Gold was acting crazy that day, because look how much times we dropped, pushed back up, then the same thing happened in the evening. Yeah, and I think the market always repeats itself. I do always anticipate the market repeating itself, so I didn't want to hold just in case something like this happened while I was in my sells, so I just got out. Been on a sell from 46.24. Ooh, and this is pulling back on you now. Yeah, that's not good. That is not good. I hope it continues down just for the sake of your trades. But if it engulfs, if this 4-hour breaks 46.08, 46.09, I don't know if this continues. I don't know if it goes back down. You don't really want an engulfing off of a 4-hour support. That's quite bullish. But if we stay below right here, 46.14, 46.15, close any partials? Already did. I meant that as a question. Great. Oh yeah, good. Do you know what? I always think, like, I know I like to close partials because gold has a habit of running back on me very often. It always does that to me. But people that hold, do you always hold full, or do you close partial? Do you close multiple positions, or you just close some, leave a small runner? Do you close half? Like, how do you guys manage your trades? And who in here is a scalper? Does everyone scalp, or do you guys consider yourself swing traders where you hold for like a whole day or a whole session? Me, I kind of just hold for just a session. Like, a session would be the maximum time that I would hold. So like, maybe I'll hold one trade in London session, one trade in NY session. Obviously I don't trade Asian. I know I could never hold from Asian into London or London into NY. Just get in, get out, start fresh for the next session. I hold for days sometimes. Okay, you're more of a swing trader. Good. C508, okay. You still think gold is heading down to 45.08? This 4-hour candle, I'm not sure. Yeah. I mean, it kind of looks like we have a double top on the 4-hour, like for the sells. But if that's the case, that's already played out. That's already played out. So at the moment, I don't want to say it looks like a double bottom. But if we break above 46.29, then it does kind of look like that. Because then we have... It's not a strong left low though, like right here. It's not a strong left low. Am I buying or selling? We're selling or buying? I'm waiting for this 4-hour candle to close. But if this current 4-hour does break above the high of the last 4-hour and engulfs, then I'm more bullish on gold. I would prefer if the daily candle was bullish as well, to be honest. But because we have not broken yesterday's low, and at this moment it seems like we're closer to the daily flipping bullish, I kind of think we have more buys. But this just could be a little pullback and then we continue down. So, I mean, I would be more bullish if the higher time frames were all aligned. But for now, we've got a bearish daily, but a bullish 4-hour. So, I'm not really a fan of my higher time frames being against each other. And plus, it's the first day of the month. First day of the month. Yeah, so the market needs to set up. The monthly candle needs to set up. I think I'm going to stay out now. I'll wait for Monday. Not good day for me as in drawdown. Yeah, man. You've taken a couple trades today. Sometimes it's good to start fresh. that gone then? I had to open a tab and it's just disappeared on me. Nice. Nice. So let's do this. So we might be rejecting this 4-hour high. We might actually be rejecting this 4-hour high to come down. So that would be good for your sales, Evan. My thing not working? Oh, it is working. What's going on? That's not good. Had one payout from prop. Nice. If this goes wrong next week, we'll get a larger account. Stay positive. Yes, yes. And you reached that payout? That's brilliant. That's brilliant. A lot of people don't get to that payout stage. Nah, good job, man. Good job. Are you using the tracker? I bet you're not. Next challenge I will, but I have it downloaded already. Yes, Mr. Haroon. Nah, I mean, you don't have to use it if you don't want to, you know? I just find that a lot of people that do use it, it's a very good way to... It's a very good way to... You can identify a lot of trends in trading sometimes, you know? Do you know what used to be a massive trend for me, yeah? I would have two really good trading weeks. 2 really good trading weeks, and then the third week would be a car wreck. I don't know what it is. I didn't know what it was, but I'd have an amazing, and then the fourth week I'd be chasing losses. And I found that when I had my tracker, I would see that every 2 weeks is good. Then I'd have like these random silly losses, and when I'm looking at it, when I actually looked at the data, I was breaking rules. I don't know, I think it might have come from like overconfidence. So I mean, when you have some really good weeks, it's like, all right, yeah, like I'm in the flow. So what I used to do on that third week was, over time, I'd really lock in. Like, I could have a good 2 weeks, and then that third week, I'm only taking like super A+ setups, to the point where I'd miss trades because I liked it, but it wasn't top quality. And then I got out of that. I've got out of that trend because I was able to identify it and adjust to it. So that's kind of what the tracker can do for you, stuff like that. I was like that past week, I was doing so good, then I'm telling you, it's a common thing. And I think that's why prop firms, they give you a good target at first, a higher target at first, then they give you a second lower target, because I think by the time you get to that second target, your discipline is out the window. Using a tracker can help you identify stuff like that. But that's what happens, man. And even getting to the second payout, that's another thing that doesn't happen with a lot of people. You get one payout, again, you're overconfident, and then you just go off the rails. you turn into a gambler, sort of. It's mad. It's so mad. It's so mad. But yeah, I already knew after a good run, I needed to be like extra cautious rather than go all in, or like just be a bit more reckless. And that's another thing too. If you have profits and you're profitable, it's like I can be a bit more risky because I've taken money out after I used to do a withdrawal. After withdrawals, I used to be a bit more risky. It's just so all over the place, but you need to be able to identify those behaviors in your trading. You need to be able to. And that only comes from like really tracking your own behavior. Yeah, sticky note. Sticky. I'm telling you, man, kind of know what I'm talking about. Just a little bit. Kind of know what I'm talking about. Just a smidgen. I think having weekly numbers of trades and weekly profit targets help a lot. Okay. So I think I have an unpopular opinion about that. I actually do. I kind of think the opposite. I actually think the opposite of that. Not to say it's like, no, I'm right, you're wrong. I just think if you set yourself a target, a weekly profit target, and you come close to that target but you don't hit it, I think you give yourself a bit more pressure to get there, and that can lead to mistakes. Like if you have a daily target of say like $1,000 or $500, and you get to like 415, 420, you're probably gonna try and get that extra 80 to round it up to the 5. Whereas if you just chill and just take that 420, you could be cool. But that extra pressure of trying to reach that target can lead to mistakes. And the same for number of trades. I think there should be a maximum amount of trades to take. You should know your average trades that work out for you. The number of trades that's too much, that lead to losses, you should know. You should know. But if there's opportunities there and the setup's there, I think everyone should take it. I think you take it. My best days is when there's good market movement and I'm taking every opportunity without a limit. Now, if I'm trying to force trades when the market is not giving me the opportunities, then that's when you should say, you know what, I've had maybe 3 losses in a row or 3 bad trades, I should stop. I'm obviously not in the right mindset, the market's not setting up for me, I'm not in the right flow, and then stop there. So that's kind of how I think about certain targets. But I've personally never believed in a monetary target just because of how I've reacted and acted to having those targets. Do you know what I mean? When I was trading prop firms, I was looking for 1% a day, 1 to 2% a day. That's it. 1 trade in the morning, 1 trade in the afternoon. If I have 2 wins, great. If I have 2 losses, done. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get more than 1%, but I was kind of leaning towards, at least 1%. 1% risk, 1% gain. Such a simple trader I was. Such a simple trader. I still think I'm a simple trader. I think I'm a bit more reserved now, though, than I was back in the day. Just a little bit more reserved. Yeah, you're right, Mickey. This happens a lot of times with me. Trying to reach a target that you've set for yourself. As a trader, you don't really want to put pressure on making money. You shouldn't be focused on the profits. It's crazy to say because that's the whole point. Everyone wants to make money, right? But your focus should be on executing your trades to the best of your ability, to the best of your strategy, and that's it. Once you get the strategy right and you execute according to your plan and to your rules and to your strategy and to your analysis, the profits come. The profits are next. It's just a byproduct of doing what you're supposed to do. I'm telling you, the profits will be there. A 100%. 100%. Minutes of straight facts. I try, you know? I try. I definitely dropped the ball on sending that weekly meeting video though. Definitely dropped the ball on that. I have it in my cap cut. I did, because I didn't want to know. I was in the meeting with Carl and Karen and spoke to them about their goals. So I just wanted to edit their part out. Just because it's kind of personal. But yeah, anyone that does want to join the meetings, like I go over what happened. I go over like the past week's price action. We go over what news is coming out for the next week and then potential trade ideas and biases going into the week. I don't specifically look at trade setups, but we do look at levels according to structure and the trend and stuff like that. And then afterwards, anything that anyone wants to talk about or discuss or have any issues with, then you know, I try to give you advice, like the best advices I can give you. You know, it's not a massive group of us. About, I think the maximum there's been is like 5 or 6 of us, but anyone is welcome. Anyone is welcome. Mickey, do you understand what USD is doing right now? I'm trying to figure it out. I don't. I don't. I have an idea. I have ideas on what I want to see to either take buys or sells, but a lot of the time you just have to wait. Yo, Big Mike's in the building. You telling me, man? What's good? What's good? Mickey, are you a fan of moving TP or stop loss? Yeah, 100%. But only move your stop loss. Only reducing my stop loss. I'm not a fan of making my stop loss wider. And TPs, I don't move my TPs further. I'd like to, but I will close my trade earlier than I should. That's probably like my biggest flaw. I definitely close my trades before my take profits. But moving your stop loss, all right, the reason I'm not a fan of it is before you get into a trade, you already plan where your stop loss is, right? You already know where your trade is invalid and how much you're risking. If you make your stop loss bigger, you're increasing your loss more than what you've planned, and it creates a very bad habit. If you start to do it and it works out and you keep doing it, eventually you're just going to take a bigger loss than you wanted, and then that leads into other trading emotions, revenge trading, over risking to get your money back. It just doesn't lead anywhere good, repeating that action. So yeah, if you're going to do anything, make your stop loss smaller, reduce your stop loss and TPs. If you're making your TP further than it is, you're being greedy, because again, you've already anticipated where you want to get out at a profit, and it's probably, you've set it at a place that's either your 1 to 2, 1 to 3, whatever risk reward, or based on the markets. If you move it, it's probably not a good idea. Like moving your positions, it's a very emotional decision. Yeah, in between sessions for sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, definitely don't recommend it. It's a bad habit. It's a bad habit. It's a very bad habit. So don't do it. Yo, man, Big Mike's, what's good, man? Where you been? You still on these fundeds? What's goody? You still looking at NAS? Let's check it out. NAS is still bullish. NAS is still quite bullish. Start of the month. We already broke last month's high. I think we're due a little pullback though. Maybe a little monthly bottom wick. Nothing massive, but yeah, I think we get a little pullback. We're coming into earnings season for NAS. NAS 100 top companies earnings. Let's see if I can get. Another earnings. So you got Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Broadcom. Yeah, when are their earnings? Up 40% on the year. Significant recent earnings reportings highlighting strong AI-driven results, particularly from Nvidia, Alphabet, and Microsoft. Do you look at NAS the same way you look at gold? No, I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I'm slacking on NAS. I'm slacking. So NAS, when I started trading NAS, I wanted a pair to look at in the afternoon, and I found that most of my NAS trades, they were after NY Open. It was after NY Open, leading into the evening for me, because I had a lot of time then. I did have a lot of time, so I'd finished the stream at like, I think I was streaming a little bit earlier then, maybe from like 12 till 2, and then I pushed the stream an hour later. And then I've been having a lot of meetings after the stream, so I haven't been able to be active on the charts when I wanted. But a lot of my NAS trades, they would be, yeah, like, I would say maybe 5, 6 o'clock for me in the evening. And it would be after NY Open. It would have this big move, and then I'd look for like pullbacks. That's when I was trading supply and demand. I'd look for retracements. Even London session, some London session was had some good trades on NAS actually. Do you know what? I need to get back into it. But yeah, I like supply and demand for NAS. Yeah, it's mad volatile. I only trade it at like 2 to 6. Yeah, and that's like from after I finish streaming at like 3, after 3, I'd like make something to eat, and then I'll normally have meetings at 4. So by the time I eat, wash up, tidy the kitchen, I'd do a little prep for my meeting, and then 4 till 5, sometimes 6, I'll have meetings, and then I don't even look back at the charts. I don't even really look back. It's a full day of trading work, you know? But NAS, and then another thing is NAS was ranging for ages. NAS was ranging for a minute towards the end of last year. Like all of this was like, it was very sideways, and we had these little pullbacks. We were dropping, but it just wasn't very clean. When I started trading NAS, it was like sort of end of last year. It was trending quite nicely. I had bigger moves, and then it started to be a bit tight. So yeah, man, shout me, man. Medea. You know where I'm at. But I do like NAS for buys. I'm just nervous that at all-time highs we're gonna get a bit of a sell-off. Not massive, but you know, we got to come back down, don't we? We got to pull back. Like these were decent pullbacks, and then we continued up. I need an afternoon pair too. Hey, NAS is decent, you know. It's any I'm kind of not, I wouldn't say I'm used to NAS, but I used to trade S&P. I used to trade US 500, and that is definitely a pair that moves more once NY session is open. So when I was at work, then I'd look at S&P in the evening at work, in the afternoon at work, to the end of the day. But NAS moves kind of like S&P. Well, the US 500 and US 30, they move more aligned. NAS is kind of its own thing, but it still has very good movement, which is what attracted me to it. I like recognized patterns. I recognized patterns and big moves in it, and it even worked with my strategy, to be honest. This is itching. Hay fever season is coming, guys. Oh my lord. Alright, actually, let's see what this 4-hour candle looked like as it closed. Ooh, so the previous Oanda 4-hour candle didn't break the high, did break the low. If we break 4609, we'll be breaking the high of that previous 4-hour. So I'm gonna remember that area. Pretty much up here. If we break above the high of the 10 o'clock candle, where's 10 o'clock? Well, I guess it's here, yeah. That'll be interesting to see. But this 4-hour is very just like this 4 hours quite bullish. I think over the next hour we might get a more of a bullish body. Said just like Man City is Arsenal's allergy. Listen, I don't Man City need to chill. They need to chill. I don't know where they're trying to go. What's up, my profitable traders? What's up, Phantom? What's up, Phantom? How you doing? How's your day been? How's your March been? It's been a while. Hope you're making good money on gold. Made a little something this morning. March is not March, May starting off good. Good start to May. Good start. Starting off real good. Amazing start. May it continue. So please. Yeah, you're the market maker, Rosie. Come on. You're supposed to help us get to our TPs, you know? Keep price away from our stop losses. But yeah, I think it's Friday, 1st of the month. I think we need to just just relax, let the market set up. My March has been crazy. Oh, happy new month. This morning made some clean 130 bucks on Asian session. Closed off because of London open, so I'm clean ending the month, but still I need that sentence finished. But well done, man. Well done. Well done. You call it Asian session move. You catch the sells. I need some money on the indices. Let's see how they play out. There we go. I knew there was more coming to that. I read too quick. I need to chill. To read a little bit slower. Do you guys trade NQ and ES? I was just talking about NAS, funny enough. Just talking about NAS. I haven't really looked at S&P in a while. Yeah, I haven't looked at S&P, but NAS I always wait till after market opens. Or London session, to be honest. I've taken some trades in London session. I don't mind London session. I wouldn't have been a fan of trading London session today just because of where NAS was to start the day. Like, it's quite bullish already and we're at all-time highs. I'm really not a fan of buying into all-time highs unless it's like a key level that needs breaking. Like with gold, when gold started to hit above all-time highs, it would be, I would catch the breakout, I'd catch the breaker structure, so it would like get a closure above a resistance. I would buy up and then get out, look for the next round number. But with NAS, I'm not really familiar with how it behaves. We have the SMT on ES, so we are calling in some sells. Okay, so yeah, it's a little pullback. Let's see. ES is US 500, I believe. I speak futures just a little bit, a little bit. I speak a little bit of futures. Okay. Yeah, I think S&P's gone, you know. I think it's moving. But like, you know, when you look at a chart and you just remember where you were trading it, what it looked like. It was just on a beautiful trend, a very beautiful trend until even after COVID, it was a nice push up. Have the little crashes. Look at that. Imagine it being worth $673. This is after the 2008 crash. Insane being that low. The top 500s in the US, top 500 companies in the US being worth, the basket of companies being worth that much dollars. Nuts. Moving up to today when it's worth $7,232. Trillions of dollars. Trillions. You know how big that number is? It's probably worth more than trillions because certain companies are worth trillions. Oof. Oof. We got price action on gold. We got some price action on gold. Slummy. I don't know what that is. What's your take on it? Phantom liquidity. What, on gold? I said quadrillions. Quadrillions. Is that the word after trillions? Imagine being a quadrillionaire. Is there enough money in the world? keeping an eye on this Elon Musk Sam Altman lawsuit. I need to keep an eye on that. That's, you know, billionaires arguing. That's something I think we need to keep an eye on. Elon Musk Sam Altman. Elon says Sam Altman tried to steal the charity. Altman has said of Musk and his lawsuit, probably his whole life is from a position of insecurity. Wow. Sales actually look good here, you know. Created a resistance, lower high. If we break this low, we could come back down. Now, this new 4 hour obviously is opened. We had over here, which is respected that previous high. Evans in sells. You looking for any re-entries? Evan, you still in these sells down to 45.0 something, 45.08 I want to say. I actually let the market speak to me, then I follow what it says, and that's why I make clean money. And that's where the patient term comes in right now. We are going for the New York Open. Yes. You know what? That is excellent trader mentality. Waiting for the market to make a move and then following. Not trying to predict and get in too early. W trader. I can't wait for market open. Let's see where gold is actually trying to go. Let me trying to go markets Goldie. Oh shoot, I was supposed to put my headset on charge. W mentality, indeed. Let's go, market open. Hope we get some more volume. This was quite a strong push up. No, we haven't checked. Has there been any news today? I know there's no high impact news. Am I looking at the calendar? I know there's no high impact news today. Got manufacturing PMIs. It's been downgraded. Oh, we got a European holiday. Why don't we ain't got no holiday in the UK? What's this for? Labor Day. What? Labor Day? European Labor Day? I need a Labor Day. I don't do no labor. EU Labor Day. Yeah, what is that? What is this? Europe Labor Day. We got bank holiday. Yeah, I know we got bank holiday on Monday, but why don't we have a bank holiday today as well? Why have they got bank holiday today on the 1st and we don't? Labor Day. International Workers' Day is celebrated across most of Europe on May the 1st to honour labour rights with rallies, marches and public holidays. It commemorates the 1886 Haymarket Affair in Chicago. Chicago got to do with Europe. It's a bank holiday in most European countries, May the 1st. Okay. Okay. So we have that day, but it's the first Monday of May. Okay, so that's what our first Monday of May holiday is. All right. They just do it in 1st of May in the European countries. Even though we're a European country, UK and Ireland do it on first Monday of May. No, I can't complain. We got first Monday of May and last Monday of May. So I ain't even mad. Observance of May Day, they call it. Why they call it May Day? Yo, Yen has got bank holiday for a couple days. Oh, Yen is off all week. Look at that. Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Who said it? I think it was it Alpha Raf that said the Yen is off 29th to the 6th or something like that? Who said it? Someone said this yesterday about the Yen having a long holiday. That's cool. Well, I mean, GJ then is pretty much dead on Monday, so no one's trading GJ Monday. If Yen and the pound have a bank holiday. Cool. So let's see what market open brings us, and then we have this little mid-impact news at 3. And then I think I'm gonna call it a week for my trading. I think I'm gonna call it a week. Ooh. Maybe trade some NAS. Maybe. What's NAS looking like? NAS is still looking super bullish, man. Got a little resistance, little pullback. Cool. Yep, sell NQ, trust me. Ooh, sells. disappeared. Whoop. It went bloop. All-time highs. I think we need a pullback, man. We need a pullback. We need a little pullback. Just got to chill. In fact, let's check pound yen. Let's see what pound yen is doing. I had this little 50% retracement after the drop. Little 50%. Rose, are you trading GJ today? What are you doing? You chilling on it? What's your thoughts on pound yen? I think I gave you mine earlier. What are you thinking about? About good old GJ? Got you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be. It's weird that now yen has this holiday going into next week. After dropping this big news, after talking about it, now it drops out the sky. Sells before market open. We're breaking previous 30-minute lows, respecting highs. Now gold wants to slow down. It's a very weak 30-minute candle. How big is this? 80. $140. All right, market open. Where we going, gold? But what's Nas doing? I like to see Nas when it opens. Nas goes crazy. The guy, let's get the bag, have a profitable session. Oh. Boy Genius, what's happening? What's happening? What's up? What's up? It's over here waiting for gold to move. Is it gonna retrace to 50%? What level is your 50%? Where's your 50% level for gold? I presume this is not good gold. If the short retracement and it forms a bullish engulfing pattern, can it be a chance to get in? If the short retracement and it forms a bullish engulfing pattern, for me to get into gold buys, I kind of want to see this 4-hour high being broken up here and the daily potentially flipping bullish. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want buys until I would have to see a support and then a retest and then push up. So if we break this 4-hour high, come back, retest the support, down here. So I need a confirmation that price is pushing up. Even maybe a closure above. I kind of want the daily to be bullish as well, at least like pushing up. But I'm not really a fan of this price action, so I'm not forcing nothing today, to be honest. I'm not forcing anything today, just because its price is so indecisive. So look, one on the daily. The daily's respected yesterday's low. We closed quite strong bullish yesterday with it engulfing. This is like more. There's the more of a probability of price pushing up just based on this engulfing here, especially if we break yesterday's high. That's good. Now the 4 hour is respected this support, which is amazing. That's another bullish sign, but we haven't broken the previous 4 hour low. So if we can, that would be great. Even better would be buys above 46.29. Don't know if I can wait till then. If it happens at 3, that's great. But yeah, better buys to me look like it's above the daily flip. It's like a 4 hour level as well. But I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, you know. I've already caught a trade today. I already caught some sells today that were pretty nice. And like, if you're scalping, as a scalper, I like to trade with the higher time frames. So my daily was bearish, my 4 hour was bearish when I took my sells this morning. Right here. So no, not right here. 46.90. I had 100 pip stop, and my TP was at 45.62ish, like up here. So this was my trade this morning. Bearish daily, bearish 4 hour, bearish 30-minute structure. Right now we're pushing up from a daily support and we're bullish. We've got bullish structure. Yeah, I'm not forcing nothing, guys. I'm not forcing nothing, especially after a win. I don't want to give nothing back. You always like your patience. Say patience pays. Patience pays. And that's how I spell patience, like this. Patience. Is that how you spell patience? Yeah, jeez, I'm not gonna spell. It looks funny because I spelled it. That's it. When you put it like this, you won't forget. Patience pays. You know, gold moves so much. Even if I miss my trade today, I know there'll be another one at some point. Yo, what's goody, Ash? What's goody? You back for the last 20? What's good? What's good? What style, Mickey, do you trade? I'm a scalper. I would say a scalper day trader. Nothing much done with gold, but just seeing how things shape out. Okay. ICT or SMC. Nah, none of those. None of those. I trade support and resistance and just price action. That's it, really. Yeah, that's it. I don't use ICT or SMC. I feel like it's too complicated for me. I rely on like patterns. I rely on chart patterns, candlestick patterns, just repeatable things that I see on the market. That's how I trade. That's it. I can't get into the FVGs, IFVGs, ABCs. It's just too much for me, man. It's too much. There's a lot of people in here that do trade like that, and they all see the same thing, and it's, yeah, man, that's dope. It's dope. Whatever suits you. I think trading should be not easy. Well, it depends on everyone's type of analysis. If you like, some people do a lot of analysis, some people do very simple analysis, different time frames. But me, I like my 30-minute time frame. I like my 4-hour time frame. I like to see how price reacts to key levels. Then I like to see candlestick patterns, so engulfings, double bottoms, double tops, head and shoulders occasionally, continuation patterns, breakouts. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Very basic. Very basic. Uh, 15-minute is golden for me. Very simple. Yeah, man. That's it. Once you find your edge, that's what you need to do. You just need to find your edge. Once you find your edge and what works for you, just lean into that, build on it. You know, make notes of what works for you, and then just, yeah, go all in on that. I think the worst thing people can do is, I want to say, like, copy other people, but take things that you've learned from people that work for you, but don't try and just emulate people exactly. Once you find your edge, stick to it and only trade what looks familiar. I'm telling you. You'll have to introduce me, like how you do it, slow but sure. Yeah, man. Yeah. My London sessions have been quite decent, actually. They've been keeping me going. London sessions have been nice for me. Real nice. Ooh. Wowzers. Gone. No pullbacks right now. DJ is chilling. As 100. Oh my gosh, took off, right? Nas 100. Didn't someone say sell Nas? I think they did, but you know, I do what I want to do, you know? I don't listen to nobody. Not really, but for real, like I don't really take signals. I don't really take signals. This thing is gone. Yeah, Nas took off for real. I did want to pull back though. I agreed with their, I don't know about big sell-off. I did agree with the pullback, but there's certain things, yeah, that you see. But certain things that happen in the market that just give certain moves a higher probability, like daily candles. If daily candles are breaking highs or sell or lows, generally price will continue in that direction. So we already broke yesterday's high very early. We had a little pullback, so it, you know, we're pretty bullish. I did expect it to make a longer bottom wick for the monthly candle. Not to say that's not going to happen at any time soon. It's still only the first of the month. It's still only first of the month, so there's so much time left for price to come down and make a longer bottom wick if it wants to. Look how long this monthly candle is anyway. So we can definitely retrace some of this monthly candle at some point. I think most things start as, I don't want to say 50-50, but 50-50 buys or sells are going to happen. But then the probability gets higher or lower based on other actions that you see on lower time frames. So, you know, we already broke yesterday's high. It gives the probability of buys a little bit more. It increases the probability of buys when the daily's broken the previous highs. 4 hour pulled back, created a higher low here, I guess, and broke the highs again. So, you know, that's how you got to look at things. What's giving my bias a higher probability? What's giving a direction a higher probability? And that's how you got to look at it. So did we break this 4 hour high? We did. We kind of swept the highs, but we're not really pushing up. What if this was just a break and retest of this 4 hour support? I don't like when it does this. I really don't like when the candles just sweep the highs and then don't keep pushing. No me gusta. No me gusta. No me gusta. Breaking out into song. I need to stop doing that. Everyone is right until the market proves us right or wrong. Man, I don't go in. I literally go into trades hoping that I win, but also very realistically understanding that I might not. You know what I mean? Every trade is not going to be, even when your setup is 100% perfect, there's still a probability that your trade might not be a winner. When you can come to terms with that, you're at peace with the markets. You're at peace with the markets. I'm telling you, man. You are right there. Yeah, man. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Oh. Alright, I'm back. Alright, Evan, peace out. Ooh, Goldie. Okay. Let's see. You know, when I see a move like this, I have to see if there's any type of news that just dropped. So happy I sat this session out, girl. I'm waiting. I need more information. There we go. All right. What did I say yesterday? You just need some type of war news. I thought it'd be Trump though, to be fair. Iran's foreign minister briefs regional counterparts on Iran's stance to end war. Okay. All right, so I was waiting for the daily candle to flip bullish. If we can get, if this 4-hour closes above 49.29, I love the buys. If the 4-hour does, we break this 4-hour high, guys. I mean, this 4-hour resistance. It's just got to break above this daily flip. Nas run so gold can walk. It always goes first. Nas did take off first, didn't it? And then gold slowly caught up. I hear that though. I hear that. Nas is kind of the leading. I don't think it always does that, but sometimes it really does do that. Sometimes it really does do that. Like, you've seen Nas falling and then gold will drop after, or vice versa. Interesting though. It's interesting. Let me find out. I can just do that. Wait for Nas to move at market open, see which way it's going, and then just jump in on gold that same way. New strategy alert. Right, so we have ISM. We got some news, some newsy news. Manufacturing PMI. Oh, we're popping. Oh, we out here. We gone. In fact, look, this tells us quicker. Oh, it came out less bad numbers. That should be good for gold. Oh no. Yeah, look. Bad numbers is bearish for DXY, bearish for USD, therefore should be bullish for gold. Oh yeah, we out. Damn, I don't like where this 4-hour closed though, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that this 4-hour closed right on this. What's this? Ah, yeah, gold's gone. We out of here. Maybe. We're gonna find out. We called the gold buyers. Man. I just talk, man. I just be talking, man. I just be doing analysis. Sometimes that's, yo, I swear to God, yeah, I know I say things, but sometimes I forget what I've said. But I'm in my head, I'm like, I might repeat myself. That's why I need to write things down. If I'm doing my analysis by myself, I'm making notes so I can go back and be like, oh yeah, like I remember where that train of thought came from or where that idea came from. But on the stream, I could just be saying things and I'm like, did I say it already? I don't want to be repeating myself and stuff, but it happens, man. It happens. It happens. That daily flip bullish. That's where I wanted buys. Look, we were very close to, we came close to yesterday's low and then started to move back up. And then we got closer to the daily flip. We got closer to the daily flip. And yeah. Yeah. Are we flip bullish? Let's see though, let's see. Hope everyone had a great week. Yeah. I had a nice trade this morning. I had some nice sales this morning. See you guys at the Sunday meeting. Hey. Gold is gone. Peace out. Yeah, I'm chilling at this point. Wow. Yeah, gold might keep pushing. Just based on DXY pushing down, I think gold might keep going up. Hey. So is this the new low on gold? Yeah, going into this weekend is going to be very interesting. Going into this meeting later. But everyone, have an amazing weekend. We're gonna have our meeting on Sunday. At 6 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. GMT. Between 6 and 7, but most likely 6 p.m. We'll get it out of the way early-ish for us. Everyone is welcome. Look out for the link in the Discord, which I will probably post on the Sunday. And yeah, let's have a great rest of the session. Have a great rest of the day. The sun is out. I might go outside, go for a little walk, jog around the park. No, I ain't gonna jog around the park. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining. I'm gonna keep an eye on gold for like the next hour or so. till my 4 o'clock and see how this plays out. But I like the push up. My only concern right now is I like the fact that the daily's bullish and stuff, but I don't really like that this 4 hour still closed below this resistance area. So this could just be a top wick and then we come back down and sell, to be honest. But yeah, I'm gonna let today play out and not take any trades and be back on Monday fresh. Get May started off nice. Well, hopefully it continues well. And I will see you guys on Monday. What do we have next week? I think we got a pretty decent news week next week. It's not too heavy. So there'll be no GJ on Monday because yen and pound are both closed. So I'm not even going to be looking at that. Services, PMI and jolts on Tuesday. Oh, it's this NFP week. We've got ADP Wednesday, unemployment claims, and then NFP on Friday. Cool. All right, guys. Peace out. See you guys next week. Deuces.